we actually are going to try to make sure that not only are we free, not only do we have access to unconditional and entire freedom, independence, sovereignty, justice, equality, fairness, jobs, etc., but also that the others are able to access and avail for themselves the same imperatives and fundamentals and virtues which we possess, which we are able to make avail and access it every step of the way. Because if the others do not have exactly the same virtues which we have, which is obviously governmental, constitutional, which everyone deserves, then that becomes dystopia and discrimination, injustice, inequality, unfairness, anyways, on a social, collective, external basis in one way or another. The others, no matter who they are, what they represent, what community, language, ethnicity, belief they uphold, they speak, they hold on to, they deserve and they must also have justice, freedom, equality, employment, happiness in their lives, the way we have as majorities. So definitely, democracy is for everyone. Democracy and the purpose of the government is to be able to provide us with as much navigation, feasibility, success, happiness, fortune as they possibly can. But the modern governments are highly divisive, corrupt, dictatorial. They either think about their only own survival or they just basically create artificial suffering and superficial crisis in our lives to exercise and prioritize as much slavery, control, conditioning, domestication as they possibly can to silently and slowly convert us into victims of power, temptation, and prisoners, slaves under the greater plan of slavery. So either the modern governments are dangerous or they just don't care about any freedom. So definitely that gap is there. But as far as democracy is concerned, it's for everyone. It's about equal, just, fair rights, availabilities, accessibilities, and imperatives for everyone, no matter who they are, where they live. But obviously, if it's a democratic state and a liberal government, then it just has to be able to provide everyone with all the availabilities that it does for the upper class. But then again, the modern governments are corrupt. They work for the upper class. They represent the interests of the donors, funders, and the elite class who are running the governments from behind the shows and pulling the strings. And they leave the people to their fates. They abandon the interests of the people and make compromises with the foreign governments because they are compromised at home. And democracy is about equality, freedom, justice for everyone because it's a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Because the governments elect, vote for, and obviously establish obviously the government because the people do this and